Hello students, this is the first class of advanced computer architecture, and today we are going to discuss about the Flynn's taxonomy and what is the need to study advanced computer architecture in this new generation era. So this is the topic, and here we are focusing on so why we need to study advanced computer architecture. Because after 1990s there are revolutionary changes in computer hardware, and hardware means in terms of processor, memory, speed and graphics. So revolutionary changes came. So come by looking at the processor. So these are the processors. Maybe you know Pentium 1, 2, 3, 4, core to dual core. Maybe these are all the processors before we used, and now that core i3, i5 and i7 still in process. We are using, but now latest is the 10th generation computers. These are the latest processors are coming now. Okay, so the processors are changed in this from 2000 to 2020. Lot many changes has been done in processors while developing the processor. Different companies came with different architectures. Okay, so and in suppose if you are talking about the processors, and i3, i5 and i7, these are the cores. So we need to know the difference between the what is core and thread. Okay, and i3 means different two cores are available, and some threads also available. Two cores and four threads are available. Suppose if i5 is three cores are available, i5 means total 4 5 cores will not be available. Okay, in i7 processors also four cores are available. Okay, and core is a hardware, they do all the heavy lifting, and light lifting, that means threads are used to help the CPU to schedule their task more efficiently. मतलब core को ज़्यादा अच्छा काम करना है तो thread की जरूरत पड़ेगा, है ना. So thread means it will शेड्यूल द कोर्स, है ना, टू वर्क एफिशिएंटली. कब कौन सा कोर को यूज करना है, कंबाइंड कोर्स को यूज करना है या सिंगल कोर को यूज करना है, ये काम कौन करेगा, थ्रेड, है ना. विद द थ्रेड द कोर विल वर्क एफिशिएंटली. सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द कोर एंड थ्रेड. ओके, इन प्रोसेसर्स. Talking about the memory, in memory also that main memory capacity, RAM capacity also changed, and most importantly smart caches are available. Smart caches are available these days. Before that up to 64 kb or 256 kb tak available hota tha cache memory. Okay, so now the level 1 cache, level 2 and level 3 cache also available, and in some level 4 also available. Okay, level 1 cache will be accommodated in the motherboard only with the board hardcore, मतलब boards के साथ आ जाएंगे. And sometimes level 1, level 2 are the internal cache, level 3 will be the external. Okay, so here also the priority is level 1 is the most highest priority will be given to level 1 cache. After that level 2 and level 3 caches cache will be given the priority. Okay, so level 1 cache will be having see up to 256 kb memory capacity, cache capacity, and level 2 is up to 1 MB, 512 to 1 MB up to. Okay, level 3 is 8 MB capacity. So think about that, much more larger than previous caches. Smart caches are available to improve the performance. Okay, so only before 1990s only software will be using to improve the system performance. After that they thought that they used to think that is hardware also will play the key role to improve the performance of a system. So these are the series, some series they I have given the the data I have gathered here. So देखिए, this is the 10th generation computer, and graphics 7 they are going to use. It is the 10th generation computer. Okay, and the series ये U series, these are the series, and Intel graphics, these are all Iris plus graphics they are going to use. Okay, so देखिए core i7 में 4 cores and 8 threads will be available. Okay, these cores को मतलब करने के लिए 8 threads are available. core i7 this is generation 7, this is the number वो socket number कुछ है. ये core i5 है, i5 है. So every core up to i5 it is 4 cores and 8 threads are available. Only in core i3 it is 2 cores and 4. That means 2 cores means 2 processors and 4 threads are available. Okay, and this is the clock speed will be differentiate between the core i7 to i3. Here gigahertz and gigahertz पे clock speed है. अगर सिंगल कोर यूज कर रहे तो ये वाला क्लॉक स्पीड यूज हो जाएगा. अगर if it is all cores if you are using, the speed will be distributed between this. Okay, and here one more thing you need to, this is the cache. I already told, this is 8 MB and this is 6 MB caches are available. And the TDP is heat element, that is thermal power, how much it will be producing. In suppose how highest power it is producing, highest clock speed is there. Okay, this is 28 watts, it is the i7. बाकी remaining पे 15 to 25 तक it is range है. So ये ऑप्टिमल होगा, मतलब कितना ज्यादा हीट प्रोड्यूस हो गया तो फिर सिस्टम भी हीट हो जाएगा. So they need to compromise, मतलब ऑप्टिमल हीट को जनरेट करना पड़ेगा. Okay, so these are all by changes in hardware means what type of series, what type of graphics they used. Graphics means what image, आजकल the gaming and image processing पे graphics plays key role. And cores and threads, clock speed, cache and TDP है ना, these are all changes in hardware it has been identified. Okay, hardware changes पे. So here this is just for your knowledge. Intel core, what is the number, how it will be. This is Intel core i7. Okay, this is Intel core, this is a brand. Okay, and i7 is its processor का नाम है. And 10th means 10th generation indicator है. ये 65 means stock keeping unit है, numeric उसका stock keeping है. G7 means उसकी ये है level of graphics कौन सा use कर रहा है, ये है इसका मतलब पूरा meaning है. Intel core i7 1065 G7 means ऐसा प्रोसेसर, मतलब इसका पूरा मतलब इसका इंटेल मीन्स ब्रांड है, ये क्या है, नंबर क्या है, ये मतलब इसका है. फॉर योर नॉलेज ओनली आई एम टेलिंग, दिस इज नॉट इन सिलेबस इन. ओके, सो बेसिकली अभी तक अपन क्या पढ़ चुके थे. तो हार्डवेयर प्लेज द की रोल टू इम्प्रूव द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ ए सिस्टम, एंड इन दिस हार्डवेयर आल्सो parallelism and pipelining plays key role to improve the system performance, है ना. ये parallelism and pipelining अपन hardware पे implement कर पाया, then we will improve the system performance. Okay, so according to these two parallelism use करके and a Flynns taxonomy, this is the very useful classification, different ways to classify the parallel computers. So one of the most widely used classification is called Flynns taxonomy. Okay, he's a mathematician. So he distinguished the multiprocessor computer architecture according to two streams. One है instruction stream and another one is data stream. Okay, so each of these dimensions can have only two possible states. Okay, instruction stream also will be classified single or multiple, and data stream also classified single or multiple. These possibilities only there. Okay, so here now we are going to see there are four possible classifications according to Flynns with these two parameters, with this two instruction stream and data stream. So first instruction stream is मतलब first classification of processors is a single instruction, single data stream. It is a non-parallel serial computer. Von Neumann architecture comes under this. Only one instruction stream is being acted on the CPU during any one clock cycle. Single data will be being used, and it is deterministic execution. That is deterministic means only single, that is in TOC, you know, deterministic finite automata and non-deterministic finite automata. In deterministic, only for one state there will be only one output. Okay, so this is the possible deterministic execution, and this is the oldest type of computer. Older generation mainframes mini computers, workstations, and single processors. These are all comes under the SIST classification. Okay, so this is the single classification example here. This is the UNIVAC, IBM 360, Cray 1, and these are all the example of single SIST classification. And this is the data pool and instruction pool. एक processor unit होगा, it will process all the elements with instruction and data को, है ना. Suppose यहाँ पर देखिएगा, suppose load A and load B if I am giving, then it will दोनों को load करेंगे, फिर act करेंगे, फिर it will store, है ना. Next instruction, then it will do after this, है ना. So here it will one by one access होगा, serial access. Okay, this is called single instruction, single data stream. And SIMD classification, most modern computers with the graphics use this type of computers, SIMD classification का use करेंगे. देखिएगा SIMD classification computers पे क्या है. There will be instruction pool and data मतलब pool. So in single instruction होगा, फिर multiple data pools होगा. देखिए, so यहाँ पर मैं यहाँ पर दिखाना एक example दिखाना चाहती. iliac 4, this is the example for SIMD classification. देखिएगा, these are the instructions A1, B1, A2, B2, but data is different. Instructions are same, but different data के ऊपर ये access कर रहे हैं. Okay, ये कब होगा, वेक्टर प्रोसेसिंग. सपोज अरेज यूज कर रहे हैं. ओके, सो सपोज एक्स अरे प्लस वाई अरे, इफ यू वांट टू ऐड दिस टू, मतलब डेटा इज डिफरेंट बट सेम टाइप ऑफ डेटा. डेटा इज 1 2 3, मतलब सब्सक्रिप्शन के साथ सब्सक्रिप्ट के साथ अलग हो जाएगा. x0 y0, x1 y1. ओके, x0 इज डिफरेंट, x1 इज डिफरेंट, लाइक दैट. y0 इज डिफरेंट, y1 इज डिफरेंट. इस टाइप ऑफ डेटा परफॉर्म करना है. Different data with the same instruction, if it wants to perform, then it is called single instruction multiple data stream. Okay, this is the example, and iliac 4 is the example for this. And the multiple instruction and the single data. So actually this is something different theoretically. Here instructions will be different, but data same data पे act होगा. देखिएगा यहाँ पर A1 पे ही एक्ट हो रहे, सेम डेटा इज सेम है बट डिफरेंट इंस्ट्रक्शंस है. ओके, सो C1 इज इक्वल टू यहाँ पर मल्टीप्लिकेशन A1 विथ 1 हो रहे हैं. ओके, यहाँ पर विथ कांस्टेंट हो रहे हैं, यहाँ पर कुछ और मतलब फंक्शन हो रहे हैं यहाँ पर, है ना. सो विथ सेम डेटा विथ डिफरेंट इंस्ट्रक्शंस इफ इट इज परफॉर्मिंग, सो मल्टीपल in instruction के साथ same data if is performing multiple instructions single data, then it is called MIST, MISD it will be called. Okay, so here multiple instructions cryptography algorithms to crack a single coded messages, है ना. suppose इसमें different data use करना पड़ेगा same instruction पे ना, अपन password को crack करना है. suppose multiple frequency filters like operating on a single stream में यूज करना है. तो ये वाला एग्जांपल्स है, मतलब सपोज ये है, इस टाइप ऑफ एग्जांपल्स पे अपन को मल्टीपल इंस्ट्रक्शन एंड सिंगल डेटा को यूज करेंगे. ओके, यहाँ पर इंस्ट्रक्शंस डिफरेंट है, डेटा तो सेम है. Okay, and most modern supercomputers and multi-core processors fall into this category. Here multiple instructions and multiple data also available. Okay, so instructions and every processing element will be here. Okay, data pool है, multiple instruction, multiple data भी है, multiple instructions भी हैं. देखिएगा यहाँ each in every instruction, every processor is doing its own instructions. Instruction is its own data also. P2 is processing this different, and Pn is processing, है ना. Its own instructions is its own data. Each and every processor will be processing. Okay, so this is called multiple. So these are the examples: IBM Power 5, HP, आजकल के Intel IA32. These are all the examples of multiple instruction and multiple data. So in Flynns taxonomy, according to two data streams है ना, two streams, that is data and instructions है ना, उसमें दो ही possibilities होगा, एक single या multiple. So उस combination से अपन 4 combinations find out किया था. One is single instruction single data, that is the von Neumann architecture, and next single instruction and multiple data, that is SIMD, and the single multiple instruction and single data, and the third one, and multiple instruction and multiple data. These are the 4 categories according to Flynn's taxonomy. In parallel processes he classified it. Okay, so these are the 4 taxonomies available. Okay, and here, and this is a very important question, Flynn's taxonomy. And after that, classifying the parallel processing, these are the 5 system attributes are very important. You need to know the terminology, है ना. किसी का system को performance को improve करना है तो उसकी time speed क्या होगा, and इसकी accuracy है ना. time के साथ अपन को we need accuracy भी also जरूरत है ना. accurate के result नहीं आया, जल्दी हो गया, उसका कोई मतलब नहीं है ना. it needs it. So here these are the मतलब system performance क्या मतलब होता है. So ideal performance of a computer system requires a perfect match between machine capability and program behavior, है ना. एक program अच्छा लिखने के बाद भी उसके साथ साथ hardware होना चाहिए. So 5 fundamental factors for projecting the performance of a computer, है ना. First यहाँ पर देखिएगा, first parameter it is clock rate, है ना. Clock rate is this is will be denoted with the tau. It is inverse of cycle rate. Cycle rate will be frequency rate. Cycle rate इसको कहते हैं f है. Okay, so tau will be 1 by f and f is equal to 1 by 2. Vice versa होगा. It will be denoted in nano seconds होता है, and it will be in megahertz या gigahertz में अपन denote करते हैं. ये hertz में है ना. ये f को मेगाहर्ट्ज में करते हैं, टाउ को नैनो सेकंड्स में होता है. सो इनवर्स ऑफ क्लॉक रेट इज साइकिल रेट होगा. ओके, नेक्स्ट है साइकिल्स ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन. एक इंस्ट्रक्शन को एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए कितनी साइकिल्स आपको जरूरत पड़ेगा. दिस इज कॉल्ड द CPI. ओके, साइकिल्स पर इंस्ट्रक्शन. एंड नेक्स्ट है एग्जीक्यूशन टाइम. ओके, एग्जीक्यूशन टाइम, कितने टाइम पे आप एग्जीक्यूट कर सकते हैं, दैट इज इक्वल टू टोटल इंस्ट्रक्शंस कितने हैं, दैट इज इट विल बी डिनोटेड विद द T. टोटल इंस्ट्रक्शंस कितने हैं यहाँ पर, एंड एक इंस्ट्रक्शन को एग्जीक्यूट करने कितने साइकिल्स की जरूरत पड़ रहा है. एंड नेक्स्ट है दिस इज द एक साइकिल का मतलब कितने नैनो सेकंड्स अपन को जरूरत है, एक साइकिल के लिए कितने नैनो सेकंड्स है. सो दिस इज द मल्टीप्लिकेशन ऑफ दीज टू विल बी कॉल्ड एज ए एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ टाइम, है ना. मतलब एग्जीक्यूशन टाइम कहते हैं. IC मीन्स इंस्ट्रक्शन काउंट कहते हैं, टोटल कितने इंस्ट्रक्शन है, एक इंस्ट्रक्शन को कितने साइकिल से, इस एक साइकिल को एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए कितने नैनो सेकंड्स जरूरत पड़ रहा है. ओके, सो दिस इज द कॉम्बिनेशन, है ना. IC into CPI into tau, it is equal to execution time. Okay, so यहाँ पर इंस्ट्रक्शन ये CPI will be depending on the सम मतलब लेटेंसीज यहाँ कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा. देखिएगा P plus M into K. P plus M into K. What is P? What is, है ना. M is equal to नंबर ऑफ मेमोरी रेफरेंस इंस्ट्रक्शंस कितने हैं यहाँ पर, क्योंकि इसका टाइम अलग होगा. ओके, एंड यहाँ पर एंड नंबर ऑफ प्रोसेसर साइकिल्स क्या है इसका, है ना. नंबर ऑफ मेमोरी रेफरेंस इंस्ट्रक्शंस क्या है, नंबर ऑफ प्रोसेसर्स क्या है. इन दोनों का मतलब प्लस करने के बाद उसकी लेटेंसी कितना है उसको मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. मल्टीप्लाई मतलब किससे करेंगे अपन को, ओनली यहाँ पर मेमोरी के साथ अपन को लेटेंसी कैलकुलेट करने पड़ेगा, ये इसके साथ नहीं है. सो P plus M into K, मेमोरी रेफरेंस साइकिल है तो उसके साथ लेटेंसी को मल्टीप्लाई करके प्लस प्रोसेसर साइकिल्स कितना है, दोनों को मतलब अपन ऐड करेंगे, देन इट इज कॉल्ड CPI. विल बी डिपेंडिंग ऑन दीज फैक्टर्स, मेमोरी एंड प्रोसेसर्स के ऊपर. ओके, सो दीज आर द इम्पोर्टेंट सिस्टम एट्रीब्यूट फैक्टर्स. One is clock rate and F, है ना, cycle rate and clock rate. And next is cycles per instruction. And next is IC, that is equal to instruction count. Next T means execution time, that is equal to IC into CPI into tau, that is how many nanoseconds. And इसके बाद है processor cycles, मतलब it is this CPI will be depending on the this ना processor cycles कितने हैं, memory cycles कितने हैं, memory cycles के साथ कितना latency हो रहा है. Okay, so these are the some important matlab factors, 5 important factors we need to know before going to that system performance attributes calculations. Okay, in the next class we will see using these performance factors how to solve some numerical problems, and how to calculate the execution time and million instructions per second कैसे calculate करते हैं, and throughput कैसे calculate करते हैं, ये अपन next class में देखेंगे. I hope you understand the lecture, and all the best.